Peterbot, arguably the greatest Fortnite player to ever touch the game, has some of the worst and most unoptimal keybinds you'll ever see. And for the past 2 months, ever since I dropped my Peterbot 2.0 video, I've been using his keybinds and they've been doing me a pretty decent job. But that's when it hit me. Is it possible to make Peterbot's keybinds optimal? And if that's the case, how do you do so, and is it worth it? Well, we first have to check out what Peterbot's keybinds are, how he presses them, and more importantly, why they're so unoptimal in the first place. Peterbot uses T for wall, Y for floor, F for stair, and V for cone, with his edit button on G. Now, what makes this layout so unoptimal and so uncomfortable in the first place is that you have to completely change your WASD layout. Instead of using your middle finger for W, you use your ring finger for W, so then you can spread your fingers out comfortably to press T and Y. The next thing that makes this so unoptimal is that Peterbot has to use his one finger for 4 different binds, and his thumb for V. Now, the reason why he's able to do this so quickly is, as you have seen from any of the videos, is that Peterbot's arms and even fingers are literally that of a spider. They're extremely skinny, long, and they're quick, which just goes to show that almost 80% of all Fortnite is literally just genetics. And as you can see, I clearly do not have the skinniest of them all, I just have big hands. You know what I mean? Now, the reason why I'm doing this is because, yes, I can use Peterbot's keybinds comfortably, but there comes a point where I just keep jamming the same binds over and over and over again, and I'm kind of getting a little bit sick of it. So I'm going to be changing it, and to see if I can make myself faster like Toyota, but still keep the integrity of Peterbot. Now, we have different versions that I've created. Let me show you the first one. The first one is not even the change of the keybinds, but the overall finger setup. Instead of using your main finger in your fastest one for 4 keybinds, you instead use another finger to press F, and then you have your main finger only pressing 3 buttons. This is a complete game changer because now you only have to press 3 instead of 4. But no, I want to make these as optimal as possible. So then I thought to myself, how can I make this more optimal? How about I use my pinky finger like Toyota, how he uses his pinky finger for shift, so then I have literally only 2 buttons left on my main fastest finger. And this is the definition of a game changer, because now I only have to press 2 buttons, my wall and my edit button, with my fastest finger, which is arguably the best decision. But then I was like, guys, let's go even further. Let's go even further into the hole of optimal keybinds. So then I was wondering to myself, let me press with my thumb B instead of V, because whenever I press V, I cave in my thumb, which is pretty uncomfortable. So then let me just press B, making it way much more comfortable and way much more faster, making it an optimal keybind. And then I was like, let's just go even further beyond. So then I was like, instead of pressing F, let me press R, because my finger is way much more custom and comfortable by pressing R instead of F, and I can even press it faster. And this was the complete keybinds that I was wondering to myself, these just have to be the best keybinds ever. There's no better keybinds than this for Peterbot. The only downfall is that my pinky is not accustomed to these fast movements. I have to train my pinky to be faster and faster and faster, so then I can keep up with my main fingers. Now, all this might sound absolutely amazing, but something that I did not actually realize is that my keybinds are not actually optimal at all whatsoever. Yeah, these new keybinds I've just created, they're actually even worse than my original Peterbot ones. But before we get into that, guys, it would mean the absolute galaxy to me if you guys all like and subscribe. I know it sounds hilarious. I know it sounds like I'm begging on my knees right now, but please like and subscribe. It helps me along the algorithm, and also hopefully one of these days I'll be able to pay my bills. Also, I'll be streaming tomorrow on Twitch right at the morning, so then you guys can know exactly when I'm going to play my first tournament, what my plans are for the future of this YouTube channel, and also know me just more as a person, because I actually want to create a strong community with you guys. My Twitch is FitXFNBR, follow me there. And anyway, let me just explain why these keybinds are just absolutely garbage. Well, not the way that you might think. You see, this whole time when it came to optimal binds, I've only been thinking about the building aspect. I've only been thinking about how can I get the fastest mechanics possible with these keybinds. I never really thought about my mobility. Mobility as a Fortnite player is extremely important. That's what makes pro players like Shark so unbelievably hard to fight, is because they're just everywhere. And that all comes down to having great mobility and being able to move everywhere frequently without too much trouble, or no matter what the situation is. And with these keybinds, I sacrifice a lot of mobility. For example, I use my pinky finger for not only my sprint on caps, but also my A for moving left, and also reloading, and also picking my AR out. So my pinky finger literally has to multitask 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 binds at the exact same time. And since the pinky finger is the slowest finger, that makes me extremely vulnerable when it comes to mobility. Because the truth is, there's no such thing as optimal keybinds. Every single keybind setup is always going to have a flaw, no matter what it is, when it comes to mobility, when it comes to your aim, when it comes to your mechanics. No matter what keybinds you try to do, there will always be unoptimal binds. There is no optimal binds. Now, the most optimal keybinds ever are Toyota's. Why? Because his keybinds are literally the regular WASD, his fastest finger on F, his thumb on V, and his slowest finger on Shift, with the rest of his build binds on his mouse button. These are practically the best binds you can ever have, but still they're unoptimal because he has to make his fastest finger reach all the way up to press 3 and 4 for his pump or his AR. So now I'm kind of in a stuck position. I don't actually know what binds to use. Should I use Peterbot binds, but I'll be slightly slower when it comes to builds? Or should I use the brand new optimal version, but my mobility will be way much more slower? And my decision is Peterbot's regular keybinds. Listen, you have to understand, Peterbot is literally what makes me. If it wasn't for Peterbot, I would not even be the man that I am today. And that sounds like the most glazed thing ever, but it is truly the reality. I want to truly become Peterbot 2.0. No shortcuts, no nothing. Pure Peterbot 2.0. And with that being said, I'll be grinding for 3 weeks straight, and I'll be playing on July the 18th, the Solo Victory Cup. I'm tired of making these videos, and it's about time I put my money where my mouth is. I hope y'all love this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.